So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like, if you call him, he'll be at your local hostel in a nightclub, because you need that action right now.
Floyd Mayweather has absolutely f***ed himself in big 2026. It's because he's in massive debt. Again, Floyd is going broke. Instead of Floyd having all these bank robberies and whatever else he was bragging about on the plane, I'd be mad at me too. Looks like you should be mad at yourself because you played yourself. You thought you could do these backdoor deals with this guy and this guy and this guy and it wouldn't affect everybody coming together and going, no, dude, you sign a contract here. That means effectively we control when and where you fight. And if you are taking other side business that interferes with this fight, or potentially can, then we're gonna sue your ass.
Floyd Mayweather's financial situation has once again become one of the biggest talking points in boxing, with questions surrounding his reported tax liabilities, lawsuits, business disputes, lavish lifestyle, and the enormous amount of money he continues to spend. The central question...
Even Floyd, when you make yourself like we got issues on your anger, he's still the best fighter out there. Until somebody beat him, that's who he is.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
All that money?
And it's been 2 years.
Is not simply whether Floyd Mayweather is actually broke, because Mayweather himself has repeatedly rejected that idea and continues to claim that he generates millions of dollars through business deals, appearances, exhibitions, investments, and private events. The bigger issue is whether maintaining a lifestyle built around luxury cars, expensive watches, jewelry, mansions, private jets, security, entourages, businesses, and constant spending can eventually create enormous financial pressure even for someone who earned hundreds of millions during his boxing career.
I told you this over multiple videos. I'm following up here to say it again. Floyd is terrible with his money. He owes a lot of people a lot of money. And I'm willing to bet that he don't have it.
Reports surrounding Mayweather's finances have attracted renewed attention after allegations involving millions of dollars in unpaid taxes and legal disputes over money. His reported IRS problems have raised questions about his ability to meet major financial obligations, while his ongoing lawsuits suggest that Mayweather believes substantial amounts of money were either mishandled, diverted, or never properly accounted for. At the same time, Mayweather continues to project the image of the undefeated champion who has mastered the business.
You made $1 million yesterday.
Yeah, yes. Just doing a dinner.
Yeah. You say it so nonchalantly too. Yeah, I made $1 million yesterday. It ain't no big deal.
We made $1 million yesterday. We made $1 million today. We set up, another just a small deal. Yeah. Nothing major, just, we do dinners worldwide and we make millions just doing dinners.
Yeah, well, if I ever have you for a dinner, I'm gonna need it to be free, man. I can't pay no $1 million.
We could do 100 dinners. Yeah. At $1 million a pop, that's 100 million.
Side of boxing. He has often spoken about making extraordinary amounts of money from dinners, appearances, exhibitions, endorsements, investments, and other ventures, sometimes describing million-dollar deals as if they were ordinary business transactions. That contrast is what makes the story so fascinating. On one side, there are reports of massive wealth and continued income. On the other, there are reports of tax.
When you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you 2 checks or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deduction and make sure state, federal, and whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the Internal Revenue Service. Floyd, you made $230, and I get it, Skip. I can just imagine getting a check for $230 million. Like, hold on. I ain't see I, R, or S in that ring taking no blows. And I'm supposed to send them, yep, you're supposed to send them their cut. That's the way it works. And what
you owe them about half of that.
Yeah. Well, he's in Nevada, so which is no state tax. So basically, all you have to do is give them their 33%.
Yeah.
I get it. And I get the fact, like, all they're gonna do is waste my money anyway, but that's not the way you do it.
That is not allowed.
Debts, lawsuits, disputed investments, and financial obligations. Floyd's relationship with 50 Cent adds another major layer to the controversy. The two once appeared to be extremely close, but their friendship eventually turned into one of the most public feuds in boxing and entertainment. 50 Cent has
Joe Louis had this problem.
He did.
Sugar Ray Robinson had to come out of retirement in 55 to settle a debt with the IRS, and even Mike Tyson. But what's so disappointing with me, Skip? Floyd Mayweather has gone through this before. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter flaunting your opulence. You got bales and bales of money. You might have 30, 40 racks up in front of you. You got Bugattis and Enzo Ferraris and private jets and yacht, and you big balling. And you won't cut these people their money? Now, Skip, I believe that he would have taken this fight anyway. It's hard to turn down $200-300 million, Skip.
Repeatedly mocked Mayweather's spending habits and questioned how his money is being managed, while also discussing their former business relationship and alleged disagreements over investments in the Money team. According to 50 Cent's account, significant money was invested into the boxing operation while Mayweather was incarcerated, with fighters and business opportunities being pursued during that period. After Mayweather returned, disagreements reportedly
a lot going on with what I thought was a situation that you couldn't break down between 50 Cent and Mayweather.
Yeah.
This looked like a friendship that was going to last a lifetime. What the hell happened between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather?
Well, he changed his mind.
Now, what do you mean he changed his mind?
Like, as he was actually going in to jail, he asked me to help him with Mayweather Promotions.
Right.
Then as he actually got in and I took a look, I realized there is no Mayweather Promotions. There's no LLC, there's no seal, it's not incorporated, it's just
a name that comes out people's mouths.
Right. See, technically, Floyd is a Golden Boy fighter. You see what I'm saying? He fights on every Golden Boy card. They do all the footwork on
like
every
the
show.
negotiations and the imprint, the paperwork.
They build the whole show.
Developed over money, ownership, management, and the direction of the company. That dispute became another example of the complicated financial world surrounding Mayweather, where friendships, boxing promotions, business partnerships, investments, and personal spending often overlap. The situation becomes even more complicated when Mayweather's legal battles are considered. Reports about lawsuits involving former advisors, business associates, and major entertainment companies have created a picture of a fighter who believes significant portions of his career earnings were not properly handled. Mayweather has alleged that hundreds of millions of dollars.
When he says helping with Mayweather Promotions and it's not there, I go, okay, I know what he means. He wants me to
get it together.
Put it together for him. So I do TMT Promotions. I get it all the way together. Sign the actual fighters. We had acquisition of Gamboa. It's like I had to negotiate a release. It was $1.2 million. Andre Durrell, IBF champion Billy Dip, WBA champion Celestino Calabero. So we brought them over. I brought him over while Floyd was, still incarcerated.
Yeah.
Then he comes home. There's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign that goes on, where it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying them the new Lamborghini and all these new things, and I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you had already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail. Right. So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
May be connected to disputed transactions and financial arrangements. Although these are allegations made through litigation and should not be treated as proven facts unless established by a court. His legal claims have brought renewed attention to the enormous amounts of money generated by blockbuster boxing events, including his historic fights with Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor. These events generated...
So you're sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when... But see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardless. Right. So I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he going to say he wants to, to give me the other half of it? Why I got to ask you for it?
Right.
And then when he...
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the actual the situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell y'all to do that. I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh, man.
And I'm looking at him, and he looked in my face and he tell me to do that.
Extraordinary revenue. But the movement of that money through promoters, advisors, managers, distributors, taxes, expenses, and other financial structures can be extremely complicated. Mayweather's situation also highlights a reality that many professional athletes eventually discover. Earning hundreds of millions does not automatically mean that someone can never experience financial pressure. Taxes can consume a huge portion of income. Expensive assets require constant maintenance. Business ventures can lose money, and a luxury lifestyle can create enormous recurring expenses. A person can own millions of dollars in cars, watches, jewelry, real estate, and other assets while still facing a cash flow problem if large financial obligations become due at the wrong time. That is why Mayweather's reported tax issues have generated so much discussion. This is not simply about how much money he has in total. It is also about liquidity, taxes, debt, investments, legal expenses, business obligations.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is suing Showtime and Steven Espinoza, the former head of Showtime Sports, for hundreds of millions of dollars that he claims are unaccounted for. Let's go ahead and break it down and give you all the details about what's going on. What's up, everybody? Marcos Villegas here for Fight Up TV. And you know Floyd Mayweather as probably the richest and one of the most dominant boxers in the history of the sport. But now Floyd is stepping into the courtroom to fight for money he claims that he was never paid, and he wants justice on his terms. So let's talk details. Let me tell you about the lawsuit. On February 3rd, 2026, Floyd Mayweather filed a lawsuit in California against Showtime Networks and Steven Espinoza, claiming they helped his former advisor, Al Heyman, misappropriate a huge chunk of his fight earnings to the tune of $340 million. Mayweather says the money is still missing and unaccounted for, and he's now suing Showtime and Espinoza for aiding and abetting breach of fiduciary duty, civil conspiracy to commit fraud. Ooh, that's a serious accusation there. Conversion, unjust enrichment, and he's seeking punitive damage on top of the missing $340 million.
And how much cash is actually available when major payments are required. Mayweather has faced similar tax-related scrutiny before. Years ago, he reportedly sought additional time to resolve tax liabilities, pointing to the fact that much of his wealth was tied up in assets rather than immediately.
Hundreds of millions of dollars misappropriated funds and damages resulting from a long-running and elaborate scheme of financial fraud, breaches in fiduciary duty, and conspiracy orchestrated by Floyd J. Mayweather's former manager and advisor, Al Heyman, with the knowing and substantial participation and aid of defendants Showtime Networks and Steven Espinoza.
Test reports particularly interesting because critics argue that Floyd has already experienced financial warnings and should have learned from them. Supporters, however, point to his enormous earning power and argue that someone with Mayweather's
It's not a good week for Floyd Mayweather. Let's go. So now he has filed a $175 million lawsuit against his business partner, Jonah Rechnitz. So the name should be familiar to you. He has been described as Floyd Mayweather's right-hand man for decades. Also, he has been named in several lawsuits with Floyd for them being involved in scams themselves. The lawsuits include allegations for fake exhibition fights, allegations for unpaid jet bills, unpaid jewelry, unpaid services provided. But in turn, now Floyd is suing him and saying, hey, I never saw this stuff. You have scammed me out of jewelry. You have scammed me out of money. You've scammed me out of real estate. And so this is a big, massive lawsuit, guys. What's also interesting is Floyd has had an interesting support for the Israel community. Jonah Rechnitz is a member of a prominent Jewish Orthodox family. I'm curious if he's going to continue to have the same set of support. I'm also curious to say what if he's going to prevail in the other lawsuits. Is this a way for him to get out of it, or these false allegations against Jonah?
Business empire can generate money quickly whenever he chooses. His continued exhibitions and potential comeback opportunities, therefore, become an important part of the conversation. Speculation surrounding possible fights or exhibitions involving Mayweather and other boxing legends has fueled questions about whether these events are motivated by legacy, entertainment, or financial opportunity. Mayweather has always been one of boxing's greatest examples of treating fighting as a business. Roy Jones Jr. has even argued that Mayweather changed the mindset of modern fighters by showing them how to maximize earnings and protect an undefeated record. Mayweather understood how to build an enormous brand around the nickname Money, and he turned his personality, undefeated record, promotional skills, pay-per-view appeal, and
he learned a long time ago, it wasn't about for him. It ain't about legacy, it's about currency. And he did exactly what he wanted to do. So you can't be mad at him for that, but I'm not gonna tell you that, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, he the greatest fighter. No, I can't say that.
Luxury lifestyle into a global business identity. But that same image can become difficult to maintain because the public constantly sees the cars, watches, jewelry, private jets, mansions, designer clothing, and stacks of cash without seeing the full financial structure behind them. When a watch can cost millions and a necklace can cost...
Everybody now wants the Mayweather concept because Mayweather made so much money, staying undefeated, waiting to the right time to fight Pacquiao, finding the right people to fight at the right time. He monopolized the business. But the problem was, it only made him money and the people he was fighting. It didn't make money for the whole sport. So what he did himself a great job, but it hurt the sport because not everybody wants to fight, stay undefeated. You understand me? Me, it's like when two guys get here, they gotta meet. No, wait. They was here 5 years ago. They should have met. You understand me? Because now, we probably could have got 3 good fights out of it.
Millions more. The question becomes how much money is leaving compared with how much money is coming in. Even if Mayweather continues generating millions, extremely high spending can quickly reduce available cash. His reported legal disputes also create another major expense because lawsuits involving hundreds of millions of dollars require lawyers, documentation, financial investigations, and years of litigation. The feud with 50 Cent has kept these issues in the public spotlight because 50 has never been shy about criticizing Floyd's financial decisions.
Do you guys remember the supposed Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson fight? Well, that's definitely not happening. At least that's what my prediction's gonna be for this. It was supposed to happen 2 days ago in the fucking Congo. And we haven't heard a peep in about a month and a half. There's a big reason why, and it's another example of Floyd Mayweather being an absolute dumbass. It continues happening. I don't understand how, but Floyd has woven himself into a contractual boa constrictor and can't get out of it, and likely the only way out is to actually fight Manny Pacquiao.
Whenever reports emerge about Mayweather's money, taxes, lawsuits, or business disputes, 50 Cent often finds a way to turn the story into another public joke or criticism. Their rivalry has therefore become bigger than a simple celebrity disagreement. It has become part of the larger conversation about Floyd's business decisions and lifestyle. Meanwhile, Mayweather continues to insist that he is financially successful and capable of generating significant income. His message remains consistent. The money is still coming in, the businesses are still operating, and the money persona is still alive. That means the phrase Floyd Mayweather is going...
So, Floyd, man, like, you got everything, you got the skyscrapers, you got the cars, you got the houses, you got... What's next?
What I'm working on now, I don't really want for nothing. I don't really want for nothing. I mean, it's crazy that, when people say, oh, when you post something, you see all the comments, you see what people were saying?
That fucking, how much is that watch, man? I gotta ask, man.
Oh, that one?
Huh?
Oh, that's 18 million.
18 million?
18 million?
Oh, yeah, that one.
Get the camera, get that. 18 million?
Nigga, where the camera, man? Pull it on this shit. Hey, nigga, pay 18 million on the watch, man.
Damn. That motherfucker's life on your wrist.
You know, you do an interview with this nigga and you realize your life ain't going as good as you fucking thought it was.
All the more.
I'm sitting over here with my little $40,000 joint on. He 18 million. Sit on this motherfucker for the rest of the day. 18 fucking million. Dang. That motherfucker do look like a chandelier, though. I'm not gonna lie, that mother. And how much was the goddamn necklace? Because they got to be about 25 pointers.
He said just 5 million. Just 5 million. Ain't about
That nigga woke up and put 23 million on his arm and his neck for no reason.